Good evening, friends. Welcome to the PANSIGHT webinar. I assume light is visible and I am audible. Today's topic is psychology of demotivation. During the talk, the interaction between us will be through the chat box. Please don't ask any questions or please don't say anything while I'm giving the talk. After the presentation, yes, we can have a verbal interaction. Now, during the presentation, now and then, I will ask you some simple questions. The purpose of asking questions is to make sure that what I share with you is clear for everybody. If it is not clear, if you don't understand, then I would like you to let me know that feedback so that I can give you more examples to help you get a clear picture. The first question: have you ever heard a talk on demotivation? You might have heard many talks on motivation. What about demotivation? If you have not heard, in the chat box, put the alphabet N. Type in N. N, Bindu, N. No, doctor. No. Okay, fine. Because I myself have not heard anybody giving a talk on demotivation. So this topic is unique. And the reason why I chose this one is, this is something everybody must know about the demotivation. Purpose of this talk: know what is motivation. Only when you know what is motivation, you'll be able to understand what is demotivation. So know what is demotivation. Know the causes behind demotivation. And lastly, there is no point in just knowing the causes behind motivation. So I must be able to provide some tips and the tricks you can use to overcome demotivation. I always make sure that the quality of my presentation is excellent. And my talk is always based on FEQ. F stands for facts. Facts. Without facts, people won't accept or people won't be convinced about whatever I share with them. Experience. Lastly, course. By experience means the information I share with you will be based on the experiential knowledge from my own personal experience, my own professional experience, and from the experience of my friends or others. Third one, quotes. I'll be using plenty of quotations. Reading and collecting quotations is one of my favorite hobbies. Over a period of 40 years, I have collected more than 40,000 quotations. Every day, I end up reading and collecting 10 to 20 quotations. This is my own quotation. motivating a person to lead a healthy, wealthy, and happy life is very hard. But motivating a person from pursuing, but demotivating a person from pursuing his goals and dreams is very easy. My dear friends, I want to know whether you agree with my own words. If you agree, put Y. If you are not sure, then put U, unsure. If you don't agree, put N. Okay, unsure. Okay, good. Abba Ketrapal, good. Because I welcome that is a different points of view. Okay, I'm going to explain that. Motivating a person to lead healthy, wealthy, and happy life. This morning or this evening, I had the opportunity to listen to that Abhiji's talk on holistic health for adolescents. And she was talking about undernutrition, overnutrition, overeating, undereating, and all those things. Healthy life. Eating right kinds of food, good food. That makes a big difference. Whereas eating unhealthy junk food, for example, if you offer lime juice and Pepsi to adolescents or teenagers, choice, lime juice, Pepsi. Which one do you think that they will choose? If it is a lime juice, put L. If it is Pepsi, put P. Chat box. Pepsi, P. Lime juice, L. P, 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 P. So now you know. Pepsi is unhealthy, and try to motivate them to change that habit and ask them to drink lime juice. Do you think that it will be easy or difficult? If it is easy, put E. If it is difficult, put D. Do you think that will be easy or difficult? Yes, difficult, difficult, difficult. The same way, from eating idli and sambar, choice 1. Parota and beef curry, choice 2. If you offer that one to, especially Malayalis, because the audience is mainly from Kerala, will they choose idli or parota? Put I for idli or parota P, parota with beef curry. Which one do you think that parota? See? That is the point. And you try to motivate them to eat idli and sambar instead of parota, it will be very hard. So motivating somebody to do the right things for right reasons, not easy. Now, is it clear, Shabnam ji and Abhi ji? Have I made it clear for you? And demotivating again. Shabnam ji, yes, thank you. Only by sharing real life examples. There are plenty of examples. Plenty I can share. And my dear friends, this topic is very vast. I don't think that I'll be able to share whatever I need to share in 1 hour. So I'll be doing another session next week. That is part 2. I don't want to rush through. and it is not for my satisfaction. The whole idea is to empower you with the knowledge that be useful for you. Demotivating a person from pursuing his goals and dreams is very easy. I'm going to share my own personal example. I'm in the USA. My son came to the USA when he was hardly 1.5 years old. When he was around the age of 9, I thought that he should pursue his high school education, college education in India. And I didn't want him to lose his roots, culture, everything, and quality of education. I believe there are many institutions where they offer high quality education. IIM, IIT, Symbiosis, XLRI. There are numerous Saint Xavier's. So it is an illusion that in India the education quality is not good. So I made that decision. And when I shared that one with some of my friends, I shared that one when he reached around the age of 13. So what did I do? First and foremost thing, if you want to make whatever your goals or dreams succeed, you must think well, then plan well, then execute well. So think well, plan well, and execute well. That is where many people, they fail miserably. So anybody, especially children, what do they want if they come to India? Number one, they must be able to enjoy food. Obviously, you have to eat 3 times food. Then they must be able to communicate with people. Language. Third one, they must be able to spend recreation, entertainment. So what did I do? I used to serve him breakfast and dinner, traditional Indian food. Idli, dosha, upma, puttu, chapati, rice, chicken curry, fish curry, sambar, all those. And at home, I never allowed him to use the knife or fork or spoon. Eat with the hand. And he enjoyed, he loved the Indian food. So food part, yes, I made sure that if he comes to India, he will be able to enjoy the food there also. Number 2, language. I taught him how to read and write 2 languages, Malayalam and Tamil. So that on the road, bus or anything, the signs, he'll be able to read, road signs. And he'll be able to interact with the ordinary man, even if he's not able to talk fluently, but he will be able to manage. Language part. Then recreation. At home, I used to sit with him and watch Hindi movies, Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, Salman Khan, Hrithik Roshan, and Tamil movies, Vijay, Surya, Ajit, all those things. And he loved. So that is it. Thinking well and planning well. Then execute. When he was around 13 years, I sent him to India. Before that, now my friends, Malayali friends and Tamil friends, they said whatever they could to demotivate me, dissuade me and discourage me. They told me, hey, he's now going to be 13. It's extremely difficult. It's virtually impossible after the age of 10 for the child to go and adapt the lifestyle conditions in India. You are stupid. They call me, you are stupid. And you are arrogant. When I said, no, I'm going to. They call me stupid, arrogant. Demotivation. I was not demotivated. I'm glad that I was not demotivated. He went to international school in Trivandrum from 8th grade to the 12th grade. 10th grade, he passed with a distinction. I didn't send him for any tuition. That also, I'm against this tuition culture. That also people criticize. They try to demotivate by this one. They said, no, it is not America. That is, he must go for tuition, this one, and otherwise he won't. No. He passed with the distinction, 10th grade. 12th grade also, A and A+. And he did his BA, Economics, got honors from Christ University, Bangalore. Then on his own, I told him, I won't get you any admission on NRI quota. So he passed this SNAP test and he got admission at Symbiosis Pune. And he completed MBA. Everything happened well. So the point I'm trying to make is, many people will try to demotivate you. If your thinking is not clear, if your planning is not clear, and the way you implement is not clear. Have I made myself clear with my own real life, this story? If I have succeeded, please put why. Please put why. It doesn't require any PhD. I am not a genius or anything. I am an ordinary person like most of you. Then it's Abhiji and yes. So that is what it is. There are only very few books on this topic, demotivation. Hundreds of books on motivation. The art of demotivation. The demotivated employee. Now about the motivation, there are two kinds of motivation, intrinsic and extrinsic. I'm not going to talk about extrinsic motivation today. Intrinsic motivation, the process whereby goal-oriented activities are initiated and pursued for self-satisfaction. It doesn't come from outside, it comes from within you. It is your own decision, your own desire, your own everything. Then you pursue, you don't drop it. Many people, they start and they drop it soon. That's why the New Year resolution, you know that one, the so-called intrinsic motivation. I want to lose 10 kilos. I want to change. I want to stop smoking. I want all these things. Not strong enough. I want to exercise every day. I want to go to gym every day. 1 week, 1 month, a drop. Am I right? If I am right, please put why. Because I want to make sure that we are on the same page. You're on the same page. Okay, I have a shaker, Mosamulu, everything. Because at the end of the session, I want you to have some strong, solid takeaway points which you can put in your life. Otherwise, the whole thing will be a waste of time. I'll be wasting your time and I will be wasting my time. Now, the demotivation definition, lack or reduction of interest, enthusiasm, and the readiness to perform a particular action. That is what demotivation is. My own quote, negative beliefs, negative experiences, negative mindset, and negative emotions operate behind demotivation. Do you agree? If you agree, Why? I'll be explaining all these things either in today or next week. So we have to be clear. We have to be on the same page. That is why. And one of my favorite hobbies is thinking is my hobby. I think a lot. And I usually ask this question, why people get motivated, demotivated? Why? That question constantly, I was questioning myself. That is how I discover some of these answers. Pooja Agnihotri. Remember, demotivation is highly contagious. You know the meaning? Contagious is infectious. For example, COVID, highly contagious. If somebody is having COVID, that's why social distancing and all those things, wearing a mask can easily spread to another person. The same way, a person who is demotivated easily, that person will try to demotivate others. They rarely get motivated, and they are very good at demotivating others also. For example, here again, I'm going to share my real life story. And I want to make it everything is authentic. When I was around the age of 40, I was at that time working in the medical college service in Kerala as assistant professor of medicine. Then I decided, okay, let me go abroad and get the postgrad qualifications like MRCP from United Kingdom and American Board of Internal Medicine from USA. I was 40. Then I started working on that one. And when I shared my desire or my intention, here it comes. My friends, my teachers also, they tried to discourage me, dissuade me, and demotivate me. The comments they said that, what? You are a middle-aged man. At this age, you want to go and study and take all those very highly challenging competitive exams, and you will be competing with people who are fresh from the medical school, MBBS. They will be around 23 years old. And not only that, the examination tests all your 12 subjects, anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, gynecology. You are lost touch with all this gynecology, pediatrics, orthopedics. Then again, they immediately call me stupid. You are stupid. You are already an assistant professor. Within 4 years or 5 years, you will become a unit chief. Then by the age of 50, you will be HOD. Why the hell do you want to waste your time, energy, money, and all those things, and just fail and come back? Enough for demotivating. My own teacher, my own unit boss, he told me, why are you taking this risk? When you go there, you have to start from the bottom of the ladder. You will be working there as a senior house officer, here or assistant professor. And people who will be above you, they'll be much younger than you. Your ego, because they are talking about your ego will be hurt and everything. But no, I was not demotivated. I had full confidence in my own ability. First and foremost thing, if you want to succeed in life, you must have two things. One, self-confidence and strong self-esteem. A strong self-confidence and strong self-esteem. These are the solid, essential pillars. If you don't have self-confidence, you won't have self-esteem. Is this point clear? If you agree, why? Because this is very important. I'm going to come to this one later about the self-confidence and all those things. So I want to make sure that is as Muzamilu, Bashir, OnePlus, yeah. So I had immense self-confidence. I knew that it is a fact. I was 40 years old. That's a fact. My age cannot be changed. And 12 subjects. Immense confidence in my ability to memorize. I had learned the memorizing skills. And that I can, because exams, they test your memory power. Most of the exams are testing your memory power. They give you multiple choice and ask you which is the right answer. If your memory is good, strong, sharp, you can have strong, good memory power. I even immediately called NPS. I said, Nagapriya Saravanan. So that is it. That's self-confidence. And I have confidence in my communication skill. You are going to England, you should be able to speak fluently in English at that confidence. So I was not taking a blind risk. I passed all the exams in the first attempt. It is not because I'm a genius. It is not because I'm a genius. I'm not here. I have not come here to brag. I've come here to motivate you. Motivate you by sharing my real life story. All the exams, MRCP, everything. And when I came back on vacation, the very same some of those friends who tried to demotivate me, discourage me, they asked me, hey, Yandai, what about that exam? Did you pass? Yes, they thought that I would fail. I said, no, I passed all the exams. Do you know her reaction, their reaction? Hey, you are a genius, man. So from being stupid, I became genius. Is it not funny? So the world around you, they will try to demotivate you, discourage you, dissuade you. They will erect all kinds of obstacles, mental obstacles. So at the end of the session, you will learn how to overcome and break those obstacles, barriers. So far, do you find this session interesting? Is it interesting? If it is interesting, why? I want to know. Because it's not a live session. Offline, yes, I'll be able to watch your expression. Here, most of you have turned off your camera. So, yes, thank you. Some people in your life are experts in the art of demotivation. I shared that with you. This could be friends, relatives, or teachers. Be careful. People who are immune to demotivation. Yeah, now. 3 categories of people. No, you cannot demotivate them. In the chat box, can you write their professions? Yes, I'm curious to know. I'm trying to provoke your thinking. 3 professions people in 3 different professions. You cannot demotivate them. You cannot. Who are they? Doctors, teachers, advocates. Ravindranathan, okay. A neurologist, a businessman, Bashir. Don't worry whether your answer is right or wrong. Don't worry. I'm trying to stimulate your Bindu, says politicians, psychologist. Okay, now for want of time, I'm going to move on. I'm going to share. Definitely politicians. They may lose the election. Do they give up? They conduct next time. Again, if they lose, they don't give up. O. Rajagopal from Kerala, he lost 3 or 4 times consecutively. He didn't give up. Even at the age of 84, he contested. So, Sumedha Vaidya, doctors, police, politicians, yes. But have you come across any politician committing suicide out of frustration, depression? No. They are charged always. Intrinsic motivation is very strong. In the second category, Movie actors. Rajinikanth acted in more than around 170 movies. Actor Mammootty, nearly 400 movies. And the movies also, the review again, they say, that is, if the movie is a flop, 5-star rating, they give 1-star rating. If it is just average, okay, 2-star rating. 3-star rating, above average, yes, you can watch it once. 4-star rating, very good. Very good. It is worth watching. 5-star rating, you must watch. Don't miss this movie. And they get the 4-star and 5-star rating only for some 30% of movies. There are movies, big flops also. Rajinikanth, his own production, Baba was a flop, whereas his Padayappa was a blockbuster movie. Failure and success are able to take both the right kind of mindset. They don't give up. That is what movie actors. Then third category. Athletes. Sachin Tendulkar, in this aim he may score 100. Another one, 0, duck. Same thing, Virat Kohli and all those. Do they give up? Do they feel demotivated? Oh no, I'm not good for this one. No. And they have to face all criticisms also. People will shout at them. Like before weekend onwards, the people will call them all those crazy and they criticize commentators, everything. Many negative comments. Do they feel demotivated? No. Now, my dear friends, now do you agree? Politicians, movie actors, and athletes. Police officers, plenty of people, they commit suicide. Suicide psychologists, plenty of them, they commit suicide, frustration and all those things. Doctors, nearly 400 doctors commit suicide every year in the USA. These three professions. I have learned to change my mindset from a politician's mindset. Everyone must have. You don't have to be a politician, but their mindset if you want to accomplish success and enjoy happiness. Look at Trump. I'm amazed. Numerous legal challenges, cases, everything. And he is already going to be 80 years old. And he is the front runner now, and that is something. And aggressiveness and everything. That motivation, strong. Many criticisms, he simply ignores. Rahul Gandhi, he himself has told that I know others call me Pappu. So he knows that one. And he is giving us that flying kiss in the parliament, treasury bench. All his Bharat Jodo Yatra, criticisms and numerous trolls and everything. No, he is not demotivated. Third example, Mamata Banerjee. Again, lot of criticism. Okay, she is doing appeasement of the minority. She is doing this one, blah, 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 everything. Every day. Every day I read online newspaper, Times of India, where I read the readers' comments. So that's why I'm completely aware of these facts I told you. Are you convinced? There is a politician, these three people. Can you demotivate them? Can you demotivate them? Are they immune to demotivation? You cannot demotivate, yes. So they are immune. You cannot, absolutely impossible to demotivate them, discourage them. They don't depend on outside factors. They are on inner fire. 8 causes begin demotivation. Fears, anxiety, attachment, ingratitude, that is a lack of appreciation. Ingratitude, I mean lack of appreciation. Favoritism, partiality or discrimination. Antagonism, hostility. Diffidence, lack of self-confidence or loss of self-confidence. 8. Inferiority complex. My dear friends, I won't be covering all those 8 causes. Today, for want of time, I'll be covering only one. And again, the fear also, different kinds of fear. I'm going to cover only one kind of fear. We'll cover that one subsequently next week. Sometimes I may have to go for the third session also. Fears. Fear of criticism. Dosto, Vayo or Bano? This one. I'm going to show many quotations. Many quotations to convince you that this is a really number one fear. There are many fears. Number one fear that it demotivates people. Fear of criticism. Fear of failure. Fear of success. You will be surprised. What? People will be demotivated because of fear of success? I will explain that one later or during the discussion. If you ask me a question, I will explain. Fear of rejection. The number one thing holding people back is the fear of criticism. John Acuff, freelance writer. I couldn't find his date of birth because one of my friends, he always wants me to he wants to know the age, whether that person is living or dead. I couldn't find his date of birth. Sorry. Seth Godin. What people are afraid of is not failure, it is blame, criticism. Now we have some 34 people. Do you agree with that Seth Godin's that quote? If you agree, good. Why? Why? Yes, Dr. Ravindran, why? Bindu, why? Okay, Sumedha, why? Thank you. Because I spend a lot of time to pick up the right quotation. Right quotation. Out of, okay, Abhi ji, not sure. Okay. Right quotation. People are afraid of is not failure, it is blame, criticism. Fear of failure and criticism can be crippling. Don't let others' negativity take away your joy. Much more prevalent than physical fear is the fear of criticism, rejection, and verbal opposition. Derek Cuthbert, Christian missionary. Criticism comes to those who stand out. If you speak up, if you stand out, yes, people will criticize you. If you are successful, people will criticize you, blame you, because out of jealousy. Jealousy. They will criticize you, they will try to demotivate you. They will try to make you feel bad. Yes, Sumedha, criticism comes to those who work. One simple example. Right now, I'm not what you call, I'm apolitical. Simple example. The new parliament building within some 2.5 years, something like that, a huge one constructed. That is an accomplishment, but that will take a lot of criticism. Because you stand out. Ram Mandir, lot of criticism. Oh, that money should not have been spent. Those 1 crores is not spent for schools, hospitals, and this is a waste of this one. Where people are unemployed and all those things. And people don't even think. Right now, day one, 5 lakh people visited. They are anticipating nearly 30 to 45 lakhs of pilgrim or tourists every month. Look at the income it will generate. Direct and indirect employment opportunities. A lot of these things. And this 1800 crores, it is not government money. It was from the donation, the trust. So government didn't spend even a single penny. But criticism, lavish criticism. To discourage and demotivate. Because they are now talking about Krishna Janmabhoomi, Madhura. So discourage, demotivate. Is this real life example convincing, my dear friends? If it is convincing, put yes. Because I have shared a real life, not something imaginary. Yes, Shabnamji, yes. Sumedya, yes. So that is what it is. If you stand out, if you do something, obviously, you are sticking your neck out. Vulnerable to criticism. I don't let negative criticism, for the most part, bother me. Terry Macmillan, she is a writer, author. Valid criticism does you a favor, Carl Sagan. The word is valid criticism, that is constructive criticism. You should not turn a blind eye to all criticisms. Constructive criticism is welcome. Criticism is worth so much more than compliments. American rapper. 3 commandments to handle criticism. Thou shalt not ignore criticism. Thou shalt examine criticism carefully and critically. Thou shalt reject criticism if they are baseless, irrational, or biased. When my friends and other people, they criticize about my decision to send my son to India, I listened to them, examined what they said, critically and carefully. And I thought, that is baseless. That is irrational. It's simply rejected. The same way, going to UK, USA for exams, criticism, I examined carefully. Listen. And I thought, okay, I have very good memory power. I know that I'm highly motivated. I rejected. So that is one step. I told you in the purpose of this talk, how to overcome criticisms. Listen, think, analyze, then accept or reject. That is the way to deal with criticisms. Because most of the criticisms are destructive criticisms. Do you agree? Most of the criticisms are not positive. They are negative and destructive. Yeah, Sumedaji, yeah, I will open this for discussion. Yes, soon.
No.
Yeah, please keep your mic muted. I don't like compliments. I prefer criticism. Then I can prove these people wrong. There are also my own personal story.
My hand raised for the previous.
Say that again. Okay. Yeah, we will have discussed that one. So, criticism. I thought, okay, I can prove that they are wrong. I proved they are wrong. My son's case and my own personal. That one gives me at times a lot of pressure. Whatever you do, good or bad, people will always have something negative to say. To avoid criticism, do nothing, say nothing, and eventually be nothing. Don't be scared of criticism. And above all, don't let yourself get paralyzed. Your own criticism, self-criticism again, can demotivate you. Be careful. Your inner dialogue, self-talk. Self-confidence and self-esteem are the antidotes to demotivation. If you have strong self-confidence, strong self-esteem, nobody can demotivate you. Deficiency of 3 life skills is the root cause behind lack of self-confidence. Those 3 life skills are: 1, communication skills. If you know how to communicate well, any challenges, a proposal, project, plan, everything, any new idea, you can convey, express, convince, and persuade people. Whole brain thinking skills, thinking, left brain, right brain. We don't get any training or teaching at schools. I learned everything through informal self-education. Stress management skills. Upcoming talks next week, not next week, it will be week after next. Goal setting. Psychology of optimism. Now, my dear friends, we have 9 minutes for Q&A session. And before that, one question. Did you find this session useful and insightful? If yes, please put chat box yes. Your response matters a lot. Did you find this one useful and insightful? Yes. Samalu, thank you. Now I feel motivated. Okay, I feel motivated to give more and more talks. Okay, thank you. Initially, I welcome questions. If you are asking a question, try to be brief, 30 seconds. Then that will give me an opportunity to explain more. Then once we are done with the questions, then we can have discussion. You can share your thoughts, your comments. Thank you, Abhijit. The recording I will stop by 9 o'clock. But the discussion we can continue even after 9 o'clock. I am willing to stay around. Even if it is 30 minutes after 9 or 1 hour, doesn't matter. My aim is to empowering. Clear all your doubts. Okay. Who wants to ask a question? Okay, Sumedha ji. Thank you.
Hello.
You unmute.
Yeah, good
and
morning,
if you can,
sir.
unmute. If you can, turn on your video.
Oh,
And we can.
can you see me?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir, for a wonderful session. And it's really enlightening. My worry is like not negativity.
Question. Ask a question.
Yeah. Question is, don't you feel sometimes saturation in the field of work where you're working also can cause of the demotivation?
Yes.
Because there's nothing left to work, then you feel demotivated. You feel like sitting and just
That's a very good question. That is where, if you have immense self-confidence, your abilities. Abilities means your knowledge, your skills. If you have confidence, then even if there is competition, you can beat the competition. You can overcome. Look at Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was a college dropout. He didn't have any kind of a computer science, any formal qualification, anything, nothing. And he started because of his all this passion, enthusiasm, knowledge. And where is Apple now? It overtook Microsoft and everything else. Apple is number one. You got it?
Yeah.
That self-confidence and self-esteem, without that one, no way. If you have some psychology degree from somewhere, you have an MA or MSc psychology. No, it doesn't matter much. For example, when I'm a medical doctor, I don't have any MBA or anything. No MBA, medical doctor. And I was interested in giving, that is all this about the business and everything, customer service. And I learned from the books, as well as I learned by interacting with different auto dealers, Ford, Honda, BMW. I spent time with the managers, asked them, okay, how do you treat? And I learned many things from the real world. And subsequently, I started offering one-day workshop on turbocharge your customer service. In India, many companies, I was able to give talk one-day workshop. I was able to charge a lot. I'm not going to tell how much I charge. No MBA, nothing. Field is crowded with plenty of other speakers. My self-confidence. This talk also, you have seen, everything is unique. Content, style, I use the word SMS. Substance, M method, S style. You follow me? You have seen me using my body language. But most of the speakers, they sit still. Demotivation is something, demotivation is very common and it is very hard to motivate people, but it's very easy. Dull, dry and boring. That's the point. Have I convinced you, Sumedha ji?
Yeah.
Develop self-confidence and skill. Okay, Abhiji, learned a lot. Take care. All. Good night. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, next person who wants to ask a question, please raise your hand. Yes, Shaji ji. Be brief. Question only. Unmute your microphone.
Venuji,
Yeah?
do you think that there is some educational loss in the form of non-formal and the learning of common sense, which is the basis for the demonetization?
Okay. I don't want to bring the common sense here now, because I gave a talk on common sense deficiency syndrome 2 or 3 times. You can watch that video, then you will get a better picture for your question. Now the education, 2 types. Formal education, informal education. But informal education, I would like to use the word self-education. Formal education, you go to schools, college, and you pass the exam, and the exams, they test your memory power only. They don't test your skills, especially your thinking skills. No examination, as I understand. They don't test the thinking skill. They test your knowledge. You do know what this is, general knowledge, this knowledge, everything. The physics, so many laws, this law, that law, everything. Boyle's law, Ohm's law, everything. And if you answer correctly, you will pass. Psychology also, that's what they do. But the self-education is something more. From the self-education, from the school of life, experience. There's a fresh MD doctor and a doctor who has been practicing for 20 years. That 20 years, that doctor will have a lot of experience-based knowledge and wisdom. You know very well, you are a doctor, I'm a doctor. So we don't have to spend much time. If a patient comes, within a few minutes, we arrive at a diagnosis. Because that experience-based knowledge is there that you cannot get from any books. Whereas a fresh guy, he will ask so many questions, he will do this one, everything. That is the point. Okay, thank you, Shaji ji. One more question, brief question, somebody, then we'll go into discussion. Okay, if there are no more questions, I'm going to One plus, I don't know your name. Could you please share your name? Now, I'm going to stop the recording because in the YouTube, if the length of the video recording is more than 1 hour, some people will be demotivated. I'm talking about demotivation. If it is more than 1 hour, they may think, oh, it is too long. Maybe I'll watch on some other day. Some other day, never happened. Now these days, I'm very happy. There is nearly 200 people. They watch the videos, YouTube videos, and within 1 year, more than 10,000 views. I never thought that would happen. The statistics from the YouTube, more than 10,000 views for my videos. Okay, good night, and don't forget to join me next week. Don't go away. We'll continue the discussion. Only I'm going to stop the recording.
Thank you, doctor.